Good morning, boys and girls. So I'm going to try and do this lesson with you. In order to do this lesson, you're going to need to open up your Go Math books to page 311. So page 311, which is lesson 8.2, write equations. How do you write an equation to represent a situation? I'm just going to follow the book. Okay, I'm going to try and figure out if there's a way I can do notes somehow, but not today. Today is just going to be the lesson straight out of the book. So follow along in the book and have a pencil ready. Some of the names or the situations are a little bit different than the book, but the numbers are all the same. All right, so let's get going. So on page 311, there's a word problem about some trapeze stuff, but I changed it. So our problem is a soccer team recently spent $1,650 on new goal posts. The goal posts cost $275 per set. Write an equation that could be used to find the number of goal post sets, or G, that the soccer team bought. So in your book, I would like you to circle the information that you need to write the equation. So what's the important stuff? Either circle it or highlight it. Go ahead and do that. And now we are going to try and figure out what equation we are going to use. So let's see if you circled the right stuff. Did you circle they spent $1,650 and it cost $275 per set? If you did, great job. So right below that, it has this part where it says to write an equation for the situation, kind of breaks it down step by step for you. They want you to think about what the cost per goal set is, so write that here. What's the cost per set? And then when it says times, they gave us the variable G, which is the number of goal sets. I'll go back. We don't know how many goal sets we need, and it equals the total cost. And I think they gave us the total cost, so you go ahead and write that in there. And I'm hoping that you wrote it, and there it is. So $275 per set times G is equal to $1,650. If you put it all together and you write it in an algebra form, you're going to get 275 G equals 1,650. And it's like that. That's that easy. That's all we're doing is we're writing these equations. So now the next problem, I changed the name. So it says, Luis is making a recipe for salsa that calls for 3½ cups of tomatoes. He chops 4 tomatoes, which fills 2¼ cups. Write an equation that can be used to find out how many more cups, or C, Luis will need. So again, they want you to think about how many cups did they fill, write it in, plus how many cups you need, write that in, and equals the total cups of the recipe. Remember to figure out what C stands for in our situation. C is how many cups Luis needs. So where is C going to go? It's going to go here, it's going to go here, or is it going to go here? Write it in your book. And I'm hoping you wrote this. So we know that he filled 2¼ cups. We don't know how many cups he needs. Okay, so that's C. But we know the total recipe needs 3½ So we put it all together in algebra form. 2¼ plus C equals 1 and, oh, that should say 1½ sorry. So this should say 3½. Turn the page for example number 1. It says write an equation for the word sentence. The word sentence is 6 fewer than a number is 46 33/100. So they want you to let n represent the unknown number, which would be a number. The phrase fewer than indicates what? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Oh, go back. There we go. Sorry. So then right here they want you to put 6 fewer than a number. Remember, this one's tricky. 6 fewer than a number. This one's the one where they trick you. Is 4633. And did we write subtraction? Fewer than represents subtraction. We should have written n minus 6 equals 46 and 33/100. Next question. Write an equation for the word sentence. 2/3 of the cost of the sweater is $18. They want you to let C represent the blank of the sweater in dollars. So what do you think C is going to represent from our word sentence? You put that word here. What does the word of indicate? And then fill it in. 2/3 of the cost of the sweater. If we don't know the cost of a sweater, what are we going to put when we don't know what something is? And then down here is 18. Let's see what we get. So C represents the cost of the sweater in dollars. The word of indicates multiplication. 2/3 times C, which is the cost of the sweater, what we didn't know, is $18. And that's your equation. The last example is example number 2. For A, they want you to write 2 word sentences for the equation. So here it's A plus 15 equals 24. That's how you would read that. But they want you to use like math terms. So the blank of A and 15, blank 24. So think about what's happening with this A and 15. What's happening? They're being added. No, go back. They're being added. So what is that called? The blank of A and 15 blank 24. 15 blank, then A blank 24. And then B is R divided by 0 and 2/10 is equal to 40. So the blank of R and 0 and 2/10 blank 40. Think about what is happening. It's a division problem. There's a word that tells us it's division. Then down here, R blank by 0 and 2/10 blank 40. So I'm hoping we all got the sum of A and 15 is 24. 15 more than A equals 24. You could change these two. You could change is and equals. That would be okay. And then for B, the quotient of R and 0 and 2/10 is 40. And then R divided by 0 and 2/10 equals 40. Again, is and equals, you can flip-flop if you'd like. So your assignment is to complete page, I guess, 313 all, which is the next page. If you have time, if you're bored, or if your parents are like, you need to do some homework, please go ahead and go back and do page 310A. I believe this is all due next week anyway, so you guys will have plenty of time. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I will be posting the answers to this next week. Just go nice and slow. I'm trying to find a video that could help you with this besides me talking. So be patient with me, and I will be posting that sometime soon, hopefully. All right, guys, thanks. Adios.